My name is Litia and I'm from the beautiful island of Laos and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Casey, I'm from Tabua. We love Today FM in Tabua. Today FM rocks.
My name is Selina, I'm from Tawengavengamba. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Pula, my name is Carlo. I love listening to the music in Today FM, in Malak Island. Today FM rock.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In the news tonight, don't be swayed by political advice, civil servants told. Bus industry consultations to begin soon. And exporters receive huge recognition.
From the studios of FBC Suba, Amrita Sagar.
Civil servants are being advised not to be swayed by political rhetoric and dishonest advice that intends to steer them away from positive civil service reforms. Civil Service Minister Ayaz Said Qayyum has blasted failed current and former politicians for using yesterday's Fiji Trade Union Congress March as a platform to revive their political careers. Pranita Prakash has more.
There are more than 28,000 civil servants in the country, but union could only convince a few hundred to turn up to yesterday's march. Ironically, many of these were not even civil servants, but rather affiliates of political parties.
Felix, Mahendra Chaudhry, Linda Tambuya, these people are now trying to resuscitate their political careers. They've been in political oblivion. That's the point. These people did not even make the 5%. They're using the workers of these few hundred workers that just turned up on their backs to launch again their political careers. If there was such a huge outcry of workers, you'd have thousands. There are 10,000 teachers in Fiji. There are about 6,000 or 7,000 nurses in Fiji. There's altogether 28,000 civil servants. Where were they? They obviously are satisfied with what is happening. If you look at some of the people who were there, they were actual political people.
Fiji Public Sector Association claims it's only fighting for its members' rights.
The collective bargaining rights of our members have been taken away. There is no right to strike in the public service, as we hear keep coming to us, that there is no right to take secret ballot even. So these are some of the things that workers are worried about.
The Civil Service Minister believes the union is misleading its members about strike rules, saying anyone can strike if they follow procedures.
There are constitutional provisions, there are provisions within the Employment Relations Act that says that people do have a right to strike. However, you have to follow particular processes. This is what the unions are telling you. And this is what we call obfuscation by some of these certain trade union leaders. Everybody has a right to strike, but you have to go through a process.
The minister adds trade unions are deliberately not representing workers from the most difficult sectors where there have been abuse of workers because the union finds it too difficult to collect union subscription from these workers. Organizers of the march have called upon more member support than what was present yesterday at possible future marches. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
An official report has been lodged regarding the alleged sexual assault of a 14-year-old girl seen in a video that went viral on social media. Police confirms the report was lodged by the victim's father at the Namaka police station. A 17-year-old suspect has been brought in and is currently being questioned. Police are looking into the aspect of who uploaded the video to social media. A steering committee set up to review the bus industry will start consultations next Wednesday and expected to complete reviews by mid-December. In an exclusive interview with FBC News Committee Chair Joel Abraham says this time period gives the committee ample time to collect submissions, analyse findings and help them produce a recommendation. Rachel Nath has more.
The increase in bus fares after the review in 2011 was a result of an increase in fuel prices.
The price of fuel has come down quite significantly. It hovers around less than $50 US a barrel. But overall, of course, there are many other factors that need to be taken into account when considering the bus fare rates.
Chair Joel Abraham is encouraging the public to bring forth concerns as the outcome of the review will impact every Fijian.
We will call for written and oral submissions as well, and we will open various mediums through social media as well as through email platforms, through written platforms, through telephones. We'll be looking at obtaining and advertising numbers on which people, if they want to text in, if they want to send messages as part of their submission, we will accept that as well.
The committee will focus on all the factors that determine bus fares before compiling a submission for the Economy Ministry.
Look at the current market conditions, we'll look at the level of competition, we'll look at the operating cost by operators as well as the level of service that is provided to the general public. And we will take all these things into account when determining or when reviewing fares.
The independent committee consists of representatives from the Reserve Bank of Fiji, Solicitor General, Fiji Revenue and Customs Service, Land Transport Authority, Consumer Council of Fiji, the Fiji Bus Operators Association and the Fiji Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Rachel Nath, FBC News.
Fiji's exporters have been encouraged to incorporate sustainability into their business plans. Prime Minister Voreqe Bainimarama stressed this at the Prime Minister's International Business Awards in Suva last night. Akusita Tale was at the event and files this report.
Business operators have been told to realize the importance of a sustainable and green economy for the future of our nation.
By adopting a sustainable business model, you will not only serve Fiji and invest in our future, but you will also be helping your business to adopt innovation, new technology, and be more prepared and resilient in an ever-changing global environment and more extreme climate.
The Prime Minister adds committing to sustainability will help other nations, international investors, multilateral agencies, multilateral development banks and NGOs to become involved in the Fijian success story that we're building together.
The importance of exporters in any economy can never be emphasized enough. It is also through your hard work the Fijian economy continues to thrive. You all have played a crucial role in turning the Fijian economy as one of the best performing economies in the Pacific.
More than 100 exporters were acknowledged for their contribution in nation building at the awards last night.
The winners that stand before us today rose to these challenges, to take risks, to become independent, self-fulfilled and contributing members to their communities.
The Tapu group of companies were the top winners of the night, bagging the Supreme Award and the Re-Exporter of the Year award. Akusita Tale, FBC News.
Still to come, more drug raids as festive season approaches. And former teacher shares journey into business. Stay with us.
O tikongona na tao na singatoka ando talitaka na wakaronga ng Bula FM number 2 na serre.
Ya dora chubuni kurna bili. Ibora ni batukara hambara binaranga. Do talitakina na wakaronga ng Bula FM number 2 na serre. Bula.
Bula FM number 2 na serre.
More drug raids are expected to be conducted from this month as we approach the festive season. The police commissioner says manpower will be increased to target areas and drug cultivators who are expected to harvest their crop in the next 2 months. Akusita Tale with more.
Our rich, fertile land is now a major concern for the police, as anyone can plant and harvest marijuana in any area, including their own backyard.
Chucking those seeds into the ground, they will germinate anywhere. Drugs is not confined now to places where they were confined to previously in the Navosa Highlands, Kandavu. It's widespread now. We are getting it in the Tailevu North area, recently in the Lau group, and even in backyards of residential areas.
Statistics show drug arrests are conducted every day, and this is a worrying trend. The police commissioner says they're not only arresting cultivators, but their recipients, the sellers or middlemen, as well as the pushers.
There are other drug farms that we are targeting in other areas as well. Now is the time to go out and target them as well, because drug cultivators are working on their festive season crop right now.
The public is encouraged to come forward with any information on drugs that can assist police make arrests.
We need that information. There's nothing to fear. We will come out there and deal with these drug lots. So please, to members of the community, pass us that information. It's something that we should get rid of.
Police recently raided a drug farm in the Navosa province where 1,000 plants of marijuana were uprooted. Akusita Tale, FBC News.
The Water Authority has received complaints against attitude of drivers who are carting water in areas affected by the dry weather spell. Chief Executive Officer Peter Ravai says there have been cases in Lambasa and Ba where drivers were rude to customers that were in need of water. Ravai says a warning has been issued to the contractors.
Specifically told and warn the contractor if they are treating our people like that, we can cancel their contract. And they need to be careful about customer service and be mindful of the need out there. So we've also told them if there's a truck that's not filling your house or promise to come back and they didn't, give us the registration number and we will deal with them. We can also cancel their contract. As long as you work for WEF, you need to be customer driven, and if people stop your truck on the road because they want water, you need to stop.
A Diwali dress-up competition organised by FPC's Mirchi FM radio station took a new approach this year. Bula FM introduced the competition to its listeners, attracting around 40,000 entries for both stations. Young and old dressed in their best Diwali attire sent pictures through social media, showing a great response. Radio and Programs Manager Shammi Lochan says this is a new trend which shows inclusivity. The first prize winner for the best dressed Diwali dress-up for both the stations shared $1,000.
So we now see what the people of Fiji want. They want inclusiveness. They want to share each other's love and joy. And I think we in Fiji are the trendsetters, a country which is now setting trend where all Fijians get together to celebrate Diwali. And it was so cute to see that a very young girl, she must have been barely 3 years old, who was all dressed in Diwali attire and she looked beautiful. So we'd like to thank our listeners on Mirchi and especially in Bula FM for taking part on Best Dress for Diwali competition.
In our Successful Fijian segment tonight, we feature the story of a retired teacher whose determination led him into entrepreneurship. 58-year-old Iliesa Silimaimbao shared his journey of triumph and perseverance to set up 2 hair salons in Suva and a piggery in Lami. Rachel Nath with this success story.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
Iliesa Hanimo Silimaimbao spent 18 years of his life teaching welding fabrication as a vocational teacher.
I started in 1996 at Lami High School. Lami High School, 2001 Nambua Secondary School, and 2008 I started at RKS. Without attending any teacher training, just driving right into the classroom. Even though I didn't attend any teacher training, the talent I have, I use it to the very best of my ability.
The 58-year-old says shaping his career wasn't an easy path.
I came from a poor family. I was 5, my mother passed away. So we should understand all kinds of life I've gone through. I think that is my certificate or my education coming through struggling.
Silimaimbao decided to venture into entrepreneurship upon retirement.
My wife is a beautician. I make use of my wife's skill. My wife and my daughter, they've been looking after the 2 shops now. And myself going on to another business to run a piggery farm. So this is the 4th month now. 4th month I'm having 11 pigs.
The retired teacher says it's through his faith he's been able to get this far.
Firstly, I thank God for implementing all these visions to me. Through him. I used to pray every morning. As soon as I wake up, 4 o'clock, I used to pray. Pray, and I thank God has given me the vision for the day, what to be done on that day.
Without a formal qualification, Silimaimbao was able to achieve a colorful career, adding it's all been possible through hard work.
It's just like when you close your eyes and open, the world is there, finished. So we have to make use of our talent which God has given us. Don't rely to any human being. So we, friends over here around Fiji, do whatever is around you.
For Silimaimbao, the future holds endless opportunities. He believes the same rests for everyone, but it all depends on one's attitude and determination. Rachel Nath, FBC News.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
And Cambodia match cancelled for national football team. This and more coming up.
I'm Andrea Sorbakroa of Neabu Wenebuga Telebu. Whenever I want to tune in to listen to great music, I always tune in to my favorite radio station, Gold FM, only the classic.
My name is Lita. We love listening to Gold FM here at the Fiji Hideaway Resort and Spa. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
We here at Kano Waterfront Lautoka love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the
Fiji Airways Drua hopes to regroup and come stronger against the Sydney Rays next Saturday in Suva. Despite losing out 24-17 to Queensland country, the Drua is still third on the National Rugby Championship table. Fiji-born Greater Sydney Rams flanker Albert Tusue scored a try in his side's 31-19 win over Brisbane City in the NRC. Chris Kurandrani also scored a try for Brisbane but failed to secure a win. Fiji Airways Flying Fijians coach John McKee has roped in a new line-out and forward coach as they begin to prepare for the November tour. Speaking on FBC Vodafone Sports Lounge, McKee says they have included current Super Rugby Chiefs and former Canada forward coach Neil Barnes in his group.
He comes with a lot of coaching credentials, and also I think coming out of that Chiefs environment, it will be a great benefit for us, because we'll be able to get certainly first-hand input from such an experienced coach around some of the things that they've been doing at the Chiefs over the last few seasons.
Vodafone Flying Fijian fly half Ben Volavola again played a key role despite his North Harbour side went down 35-24 to Canterbury in the Premiership semi-final. Volavola scored a try in the game and also got the extras through his boots. Fiji-born Marika Korembete scored one of the 3 tries as Wallabies claimed a 23-18 win over the All Blacks in the third and final Bledisloe Cup test. The Wallabies have ended a run of 7 straight defeats to score their first win over New Zealand since August 2015. Fiji Football Association Chief Executive Mohammed Yusuf says the match against Cambodia will not go ahead as planned. Yusuf says the Cambodia football team has a commitment and therefore will not play Fiji. Meanwhile, the Vodafone Fiji football team went into camp today to prepare for the match against Estonia next month at ANZ Stadium in Suva.
Estonia team is under 80 rank. It's crazy. I have seen 3 or 4 of their game. The step is really high for us, but we will do our best.
Roy Krishna's Wellington Phoenix are still searching for their first win of the A-League season after going down 1-0 to Melbourne City. Phoenix are on the 8th place with a point on the A-League table. Northern Ireland's Ryan Burnett became a double world bantamweight champion by beating Kazakhstan's Zanat Zakianov on points this morning. Burnett won a unanimous decision, the judges scoring the fight 118-110, 119-109 and 117-112.
Zanet is coming forward, he's applying the pressure, and it depends if you value that in your scoring, but I value clean, effective punching, and that's what I've seen from Ryan. The more cleaner punches, the more effective punches have come from Ryan.
And the IBF Bantamweight Champion of the World, from Belfast, Northern Ireland,
I've seen this so clearly. It was a tough fight for me, but I had to dig deep and I done it. Thank you everyone, I done it. Thank you.
Mostly cloudy conditions with brief showers was experienced over the northern Vanuatu, the eastern parts and the interior of the other larger islands. Fine weather prevailed elsewhere apart from cloudy periods in the afternoon. Looking at the west, similar cloudy conditions were experienced in Nadi, Lautoka and Ba. Singatoka was a bit cooler with 29 degrees. Eastwards from Pacific Harbour to Suva, it was cloudy and cool in the capital. However, Nosori, Deumba and Rakiraki received sunshine. And up in the north, it was much cooler in Lambasa, Savu-Savu and Nambawalu. Sea, a strong wind warning remains in force for all Fiji waters. Southeast winds 20 to 25 knots and rough seas are expected. For the tides, high tide tomorrow morning will be at 9:12 with low tide at 2:58 in the afternoon. Sunrise will be at 6:36. Now for tomorrow, it will be fine in all the centres in Viti Levu. However, cloudy conditions is expected for Savu-Savu, Lambasa and Suva. Southeast winds 20 to 25 knots are expected. Rough seas are expected as well and moderate southerly swells. That is your further outlook. Recapping the main stories, don't be swayed by political advice, civil servants told. Bus industry consultations to begin soon and exporters receive huge recognition. Now for these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. To our poll question, this week we're asking, do you think fireworks are too expensive this year? Visit our FBC website to answer. Do send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via our Facebook page FBC News, or you can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or simply hashtag FBC News. And that was your FBC News for tonight. Until next time, good night.
मैं प्रेमिला वायरुकु रेकी से सुबह मेरी आँख खुलती है तो मैं मिर्ची एफएम सुनती हूँ। मिर्ची एफएम इज नंबर 1, इट्स सो हॉट।
हम लोग बार टाउन के कैरियर ड्राइवर लोगों ने हम लोग के मिर्ची एफएम सुनो अच्छा लगे। मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट।
हाय, मैं संध्या नारिया रेकी से मेरे सारे दोस्त मिर्ची एफएम सुनते हैं। मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट, आई लव मिर्ची एफएम।
हमें स्पिन टोटो ताबुआ के मिर्ची एफएम में सबसे अच्छा गाना बजे।
मिर्ची एफएम, इट्स हॉट।